Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. I am taking a loaf of bread out to the chicken coop. I didn't sell at the farm stand, and then we're going to jump into evening chores and just kind of an evening here on the farm. I worked all day, and so I've got sourdough bread going in the kitchen that needs to be dealt with this evening, that's in different stages, and of course the animals need to be fed. And I am going to bring the equine kids in tonight. We have a bunch of rain coming, and so I'm going to go ahead and bring them in tonight, and in the process of doing that, I think I'm going to worm everybody. So come along for an evening on the farm with me. I know I didn't feed you this morning. I'm sorry, I was in a hurry. There you go. It's pretty good you're letting me touch you so soon after getting your revolution treatment. Missy Rogue is like, fat chance, you're not touching me. Daisy too, she's like, I'm not getting up there till you're gone. They all got their flea and tick and heartworm treatment. They get a revolution, it's a spot-on treatment. They all got that this week, and so they're lacking in the category of trust for mommy. Chickens have a very strong curiosity to moving water. They love to chase moving water. They have water in their waterer over there, in case you're thinking they're thirsty. That's not what it is. They're chasing the moving things in the water. They're funny ladies. Beautiful. Oh, look at all those presents. Decent little egg haul there. And treat our boxes. This is just a bug spray, nesting box spray that I make with essential oils and vinegar, just all natural stuff. Bit of vinegar in our water. Well, Mr. Wonderful came out and brought the horses in and fed them hay, did their waters, so we're gonna go out and give the roosters out in the chicken tractor some food. and we will worm the horses later. I keep on a pretty good schedule of worming quarterly, and it's pretty easy to worm them when you're just, bringing them in or taking them out, and they're only going to be in for a couple of days, I think, this time, and then I'll just worm them before I take them out next time. Hello, roosters. How are we? There's some food for you. This is my bachelor pen. These guys will eventually go into the freezer on a day that I have time to do so, but for now they are in here, and it's interesting that roosters, when you put them all together like this in a flock, they don't fight. I mean, initially they do pick on each other a little bit, but not terribly, and then they just kind of form their own little bachelor's club, and they're not picking on my hens, and you don't have too many roosters in with your hens doing damage to them. So this was my solvent, was just to put them all together. I'm gonna grab these buckets because the horses will not be coming back out onto this pasture probably for the rest of the summer. We wanted to really saturate it with manure and urine, and we're gonna spread all this out and knock down the sage grass and hope that that fertilizes it really well. They've gotten it pretty condensed with manure and urine and eaten way down, and so we'll spread all of this out and seed it, and probably, hopefully, leave it alone all summer long. We'll see. If it grows really good, and the horses rotate back around to it, then I may put them on it. If it grows really good and isn't really weedy, maybe I'll have the guy come and cut it. But to be honest, I can get those great big round bales for $20 a piece, and we can just get a whole bunch of them in the fall before winter comes in and just be done with it. So I might just use it to graze, but we did want to, in case we decide to use it as a hayfield, we did want to try to do some repair work on it, and so we let them saturate it really good with fertilizer, and we'll see how that worked. Oh, it's kind of cool to walk into a barn full of horses again. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Jose went right for her minerals. You have minerals outside, but you probably don't get to eat them very often, huh? Josie is low on the totem pole, and so it's not very often that she puts herself in that small pen where I have the minerals out in the big pasture. So I see she went straight for her mineral buffet. Daddy had me go out and get her halter. She thinks I have grain. I don't have grain. Not yet. You will get your grain and snacks tonight, but not yet. Yeah, it's good to have you inside though. I've had an empty barn for a long time. Are you looking for me? Huh? Are you looking for me? It's just like, what are you doing, Mom? Oh, this is really heavy. We are delivering the eggs to the farm stand. That's where I keep all of my egg orders stored, and of course all my extra eggs too. We sell eggs at the farm stand, but here lately we haven't hardly been able to keep up with orders. So I'll show you what this fridge looks like, and there is not an egg in it that is not claimed, and not by me. So this is how I keep it organized. I have the person's name, and then I have how many dozen or 18 packs they have, and whether or not I'm delivering or they're picking up, and what date I am going to deliver or they are picking up. There is all of the eggs. So yeah, we have a few eggs that have been ordered and are just awaiting pickup and or delivery. And what I'll do with those is to make sure that I have my orders filled, just in case the person changes their mind and says, hey, I've decided that I'm going to be up in your area and I'm going to pick up my order tomorrow. I rotate them through. So I have from the left of that fridge to the right of that fridge is oldest to newest eggs. And when I get caught up on orders, which like right now I only have one more 18 pack tomorrow to fill, providing there's no new orders tomorrow, and then I will be able to post, hey, the farm stand has eggs available again, and people can come and pick them up at the farm stand. And I'll take the oldest eggs from that batch that's in that fridge and rotate them out as I replace them with new packs. So it just keeps my orders filled, but it keeps a continual rotation so that the eggs that are going out of the farm stand are the oldest eggs, but it keeps my orders that are happening next month, they're filled. If something drastic happens, I have their order filled, but I just keep replacing them with new eggs and selling the older eggs daily. And to give you an idea, the eggs that are in that fridge, there is not an egg in there that is older than 6 days old. So that gives you an idea of how the rotation's working. Okay, so I have dumped Cheeky in here, my sourdough starter, and I'm gonna go ahead and get her fed. So she's 203 grams, so I'm gonna split her in half. $70 grams of water. And 70 grams of flour, with at least 35 of it being wheat flour. Ended up being 43 was wheat flour. $70. Lid on her, a breathable lid. I love these things, by the way. I told you guys I got these, and I ordered them off of Amazon, and I love them. It's a nice breathable lid for my sourdough stuff. I haven't used them for anything other than sourdough, and I love them. I don't even remember what company they are. I looked for bowl covers, and we will leave her there until tomorrow morning. I'm going to move on to this spread that I have on the counter here. I have been making so much bread lately, you guys, I don't remember what it is. It's chocolate. So this is a chocolate loaf that it was stretched and folded last night, and no, I'm sorry, stretched and folded this morning, and then it's been bulk fermenting on my counter all day while I've been at work. I'm going to use wheat flour, sprinkle my surface. See if she'll come out in one big dollop. Yep, fairly clean bowl. Not perfect, but add in some chocolate chips here. Benetton ready here. I use brown rice flour in my Benettons. It's all I ever use in them. And think of it as just seasoning your Benetton basket, same as you would season a cast iron pan with oil. It has the same idea, it's just helping your dough not stick. So I'm I'm just going to create some elasticity on this crust here, and we're pushing and rolling dough and creating tension and trapping the air bubbles inside, which is what creates your holes in your sourdough. All of those glorious butter catchers. You don't want to do it so much that your inclusions, which are inclusions this time, are the chocolate chips. You don't want to do it so much that they start to pop out. You kind of want to keep them protected if you can. And then we'll flip it over upside down. You see how I don't have an opening here anymore. There's not a hole anymore. I've kind of sealed that seam in, and I've sealed all those bubbles of air inside this loaf. And we'll go upside down in the Benetton. And we'll just cover it up. And this will go in the fridge overnight, and I'll bake it in the morning. Okay, here's our loaf that is going in the oven tonight. And I am just going to be very simple with this loaf. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I leave my Benettons out here next to the oven, and it helps them dry out. Every time. So that's just kind of a tip to help them dry out, to avoid them molding. Some people struggle with mold in their Benettons. I never have. I've never ever had any problems at all with these. I do not wash the fabric. I just let them dry out, and they are seasoned. So you don't mess with a good seasoned Benetton. I will let you guys see that loaf when it comes out, but I wanted to kind of log out here. I appreciate you guys coming along with me for evening chores and an evening on the farm again, and I will catch you on the next one. Here is that loaf of bread when it comes out of the oven.